Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Janet Crescent. I'm filling in for Jessa Jeremiah. We have a show with lots of interesting hosts and topics, and our first guest is one of our news partners. We have Dave Wallin from the Wisconsin Athletic Foundation. Thanks for coming back, Dave.
Thanks for having me back.
So we're here to talk about your athletic complex.
Yes.
Now, the official term is Wisconsin Regional Athletic Complex, and you refer
Yes.
to it in the acronym as the RAC.
The RAC, yes.
The RAC, okay,
Yeah.
so just so we get that straight from
Exactly.
the beginning. So there are some viewers that this is probably new to hear about, so let's start by just telling them a little bit about what the RAC is.
Okay, the RAC is a 36,000 square foot, 136,000 square foot complex that's going to have a full-size indoor field, seating for up to 1,000.
Wow.
We're going to have a restaurant associated with it. We are going
Really?
to have a 4-story rock climbing wall, boulders, events going on there, a world-class high ropes course. We're going to have CrossFit. We're going to have baseball pitching lanes and batting cages. It's going to have the full gamut of athletic opportunities.
Right, and so this is something that's available to the public, to
It's
schools?
going to be available to everybody. From we have sponsorships and agreements with Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County. We have support from Madison College. We are in conversations with the area school districts, the area athletic leagues, the soccer leagues, the lacrosse leagues. Everybody's very excited so far. When they hear us talking about it, they're excited.
When we were talking earlier, I think that you had mentioned that you would have leagues from little kids all the way up to even seniors.
Absolutely. The full,
involved.
like I said, the full gamut. We are developing our programs as we're waiting for the building to be built, and we want to make sure that this thing is open and available to anybody and everybody. One of the benefits of being a nonprofit is we're not out there to make the almighty dollar. We want this for the people. So.
Okay. Now, this idea actually came from a single individual, Deb Glenn, right?
Deb Glenn is our visionary.
And what inspired her to come up with this?
This started years ago when her sons wanted to play lacrosse, and her husband Bill developed actually and started the Madison Area Lacrosse Association and the Wisconsin Lacrosse Federation, which is the state chapter. And what they found was that it's a spring sport. Tough to get onto fields in the spring, and in the off season, especially during the winter. Can't find any place to play, and as anybody who is involved in any sort of sports, you know that once November rolls around, you can't find any place in this area to play the sport. So that's what that's the need that we're going to try to fulfill here with this complex. Is we're going to have turf fields, indoor, outdoor, and we're going to allow people to play year-round.
Excellent. So you're looking to build in Sun Prairie, right?
Yes.
Why Sun Prairie?
Sun Prairie it's a great location. We found this piece of property. It's right off of 151, so it's easy access to anybody coming in from the region. Great exposure from the highway, and the land itself is going to be able to be to fit the athletic complex, the fields outside, and any of the events that we want to host there. So.
Okay. And how did you get involved with all of this?
Well, Deb came up to me last summer after one of my lacrosse events, and believe it or not, this has been a vision of mine for a long time. The day that I win the lottery, I'm going to put a lot of money towards this complex. But it's just something that I've always wanted to have around the area because I've been involved in sports for a long time myself, and again, there's just no place to go certain times of the year, and I enjoy working with the kids and giving them the opportunity. There's nothing like watching a bunch of kids running around having fun. So.
Sure. So this sounds like a pretty grand plan,
Yes.
and you might need some help, I'm wondering.
We do need help. We're really, it's a grassroots effort. There's a small group of us right now that the Athletic Foundation Board is looking for help. We're wanting to spread the word about the foundation and about the RAC, and try to get word out because we need help not only for financial help and assistance, but we're going to need help to bring in events. We
Sure.
want to know what's out there. What do the people want to have at this complex?
Okay. So if someone wants to help, we have just a couple seconds left.
Sure.
How do they get in touch with you?
You know what? Easiest thing, email me, and I'll
Email.
get you to the right people.
Email Dave, and we'll have that up
Yep.
on the screen for
Yes.
you.
Yep.
Well, thanks for coming in, and good luck with your new project.
Great.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Our next guests are from the Vintage Brewing Company. We have Trent and Brittany Kramer. Welcome.
Hi.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks.
So I know that I live in the area of your Whitney Way location. I drive by a lot, and I've actually gone in a few times. Now, don't tell anyone, but I love the tater tots. I mean, I've heard they're really good.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
You know, nothing like the high school tater tots that we grew up with.
Yeah.
So some people, though, may not have heard about the Vintage Brewing Company. So talk a little bit about what you have to offer in your restaurants.
Well, we have been there for going on 5 years, and we offer homemade brews that we do there on site, as well as elevated Americana cuisine that we do.
What did you call that?
Elevated Americana cuisine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like comfort food, only fancier.
With a fun niche. So.
All right. And you have 2 other locations, too. You've got a little something in Sauk City?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what is that called?
It's called Woodshed Ale House.
Okay.
Woodshed is our flagship brand beer. It's IPA, and we kind of had the name before the location, and it was just kind of one of those things where somebody said, "Hey, do you want to open up in Sauk? We have this spot." And we thought, why not give it a try? So.
All right. And then you have another one just downtown on campus, right?
Yeah, Vintage Spirits and Grill, which we are 12 and a half years we've had that right on.
That's the original
right
location.
on University Avenue. Yeah.
That's the original location.
yeah.
Okay.
Our baby.
So this is a family-run business.
Correct.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, they
Right.
say don't go into business with family or friends, and we've done both. So it works out great.
It is really good because we do a good job of separating. We all are passionate about working, and it's fun.
We opened up
Yeah.
the downtown Vintage 13 years ago with my uncle, who is closer in age to me than my dad, but he was looking for an investment, and so we opened that one up. And then 4.5 years ago, my first cousin was a brewmaster in Reno, and the location had a brewery in it, so it kind of made sense. And so it's him and his brother, and then our bar manager from downtown, Mike, who's been with us pretty much since we opened. So he's a partner too now. So
Wow.
it's truly family.
It is, yeah.
So we've established that you have all sorts of good brews. You have great tater tots.
Yes.
And when we were talking earlier, you were talking about supporting local distributors. Or tell me more about that. How you support local businesses.
You could probably do better on that.
Well, there's different programs and networks that you can get into now that will actually hook you up with local farms and cheese makers and everything. So it's kind of the latest movement, but it's the right thing to do. We buy our cheese from Rock Cheese, and they get theirs from local distributors like Hooks and Car Valley. Same with meat. You know, we get our meat from Kanaki's, which is a local butcher shop that's been open forever in town. And it's pretty much what people want now. One of our best burgers on the menu is a homegrown burger because we source everything local, and it's pretty much shown that that's what people really like to see now on your menu. And we do it with the beers too. We can get local hops now. We can get local grown barley.
Honey,
Yeah,
coffee beans.
So we kind of try to incorporate it as a whole. And being a family business, we like dealing with other family businesses too. So
That is really neat. That's really fascinating to hear about. So let's talk about an event you got coming up, a beer dinner.
Yeah, so we do quarterly, we do beer dinners, and this next one is going to be in September, the 17th, and Wednesday, and it's AJ, our chef, he's a culinary genius, and he's doing an old school versus new school theme. So he's taking, what would be a lobster bake and putting a spin on it for how it would come off now. And so we do that, and it's a great time. Scott, our brewmaster, usually speaks as well, and then we talk about why we paired it with the beers that we did, and it's a great evening.
So beer dinners are held quarterly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and your next one is September 17th,
Yep,
you said. That's
Wednesday.
a Wednesday. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
They're a lot of fun too.
You had mentioned also having football games on or watching the game in your establishment. How does that work, and what do you have to say about that?
Pretty much, you just come in on football Saturday, try to get there early to get a spot. But we do have on the west side, I believe we have 18 TVs, and downtown we have 8, and we have TVs out at the Woodshed and Sauk too. So we'll always have the Packers and Badgers on.
Any of those places are a good place to catch the
Yeah.
game
Oh, yeah.
and a good brew.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nice meeting you. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Our next guest is Eric Ignarski from CarMax. They're the new guys in town. Welcome,
Thank you very much. How are you?
and welcome to Madison.
Thank you very much.
So CarMax just opened June 12th,
Yeah, June 12th is our grand opening, absolutely.
so this spring. So I know I've seen the signs around town and heard a little bit of advertising, but honestly I wasn't sure what CarMax was. So tell us more about what it is.
Absolutely. Well, CarMax is the nation's largest retailer of used vehicles, and we're a very rapidly growing company. We started in Richmond, Virginia in 1993, and now have over 130 locations nationwide.
And this Madison location is the only one in Madison. There's no other on the east side, is that right?
Correct. There's the only location in Madison. We do have 3 other locations in Wisconsin, in Waukesha, Milwaukee, and Kenosha as well.
Okay. So there's some competition out there for previously owned vehicles, yes?
Absolutely.
So how are you dealing with that? What makes CarMax unique?
Well, the CarMax experience is very unique for customers. It's just a very transparent and fun and easy process. So all the prices on our vehicles are no haggle. And if you're looking to trade in a vehicle, we do free appraisals as well. And CarMax is unique where we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy a car from us. And then whether or not you are not buying a vehicle, that doesn't change the numbers. There's none of that numbers game and the back and forth experience. So it's really nice and friendly for the customer.
Okay, you just described car shopping as fun and friendly. I'm not sure I would have thought of that. So that would make you unique.
Absolutely. Our CarMax business model is basically taken and grown from what we've asked customers about what they liked about buying their last car and what they didn't, and we've turned as many of those dislikes into likes to create a really nice experience.
So how do you help someone start searching for their perfect car?
Well, really, 2 different ways. You can visit us at our location in Madison. We're about a half a mile east of the Westtown Mall, or on CarMax.com. So you can search the inventory we have in Madison. We have about 250 cars at our location, but having about 130 locations nationwide, we have over 35,000 cars online. So your perfect vehicle may not be in Madison, but we can certainly have it shipped in for you. And shipping in within about a 250-mile radius is typically free for our customers.
Wow, that's really interesting that you can search very wide and bring it into you here in Madison.
Absolutely.
That's great. Oh my goodness. So if someone's ready to start shopping, do they need to make an appointment with you, or how does that work?
Not necessarily, no. You can certainly call and make an appointment. We'd love to take your call and help you out. Otherwise, you can search the CarMax.com site from the comfort of your own home and start your search there. It's a very comprehensive and detailed website, so there's usually 30 to 40 photos of each vehicle, and you can kind of see the different options and start your search there before you even come in our dealership, so you're more prepared.
When you and I were talking earlier, you mentioned an app that you can go through to help sort of weed out what kind of car is good or bad for you as an individual. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, really, it's a free app, the CarMax app. You could download it on your tablet or your smartphone, and you can basically start searching vehicles from from work or from wherever you're at. So it's nice and convenient.
Excellent. Probably not from work, though, right?
No, you want to be working at work.
Unless you work at CarMax, right?
Correct. Then you always need to be on your CarMax app.
We also talked about CarMax giving back to the community. Expand on that.
Yeah, absolutely. CarMax has a CarMax Foundation, which we've donated over $20 million to local nonprofit charities. And these are charities that our associates that are really passionate about and pick. In Madison, since we've just been here a short time, since June, we've donated a $10,000 grant to the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County. And we've also done food drives to benefit the Second Harvest Food Bank, as well as St. Vincent's de Paul. So CarMax is also a partner, a national partner with the nonprofit called Kaboom. So Kaboom's mission is to have a safe playground within walking distance of every child's home. And there's an upcoming Kaboom build in Milwaukee next month.
Wow, that's fabulous. That's really interesting. Good for you. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, wonderful. We like it.
So since you're new in town, I bet you have some job openings. Are you looking for folks to hire?
Absolutely. We're still looking for great associates at our location in Madison, but also, nationwide. It's really simple to go on and look at the different job opportunities. If you just go to carmax.com/careers, you can see what's available at any of the CarMax locations nationwide. Really great company. It's really a fun place to work. We're looking for associates with great customer service skills and a passion to work for a company that values integrity and transparency. And we've been listed as the top 100 places to work by Fortune magazine for 10 years in a row. So it's a great place to be.
It sounds like it is. So if you're looking for your next car or maybe looking for your next job, maybe check out CarMax. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Our final guest is our health partner. We have Karen Weigel from Blue Sky School of Massage. Thanks for coming back, Karen.
Thanks for having me back. I appreciate that very much.
Karen, so you're here today to talk about careers in massage therapy.
Yes. The careers in massage therapy is booming, okay? The U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics state to about 2019, 2029, it is a very growing field. And what is so very nice about the field of massage therapy is it's very portable. It's a skill that you can take anywhere in the country. The state of Wisconsin is licensing, so you get a state license, which means you have to take a national exam. And one thing with Blue Sky is we have an excellent pass rating that far surpasses the state level and the national level. So our students and graduates are very well educated. It is a career that you can name your own hours, who you want to work with. Do you want to do something out of your home? Have table will travel, spas, cruise lines. You name it, you're there. Doctors' offices, hospitals, and such. And you can choose the people you want to work with. So it's a very flexible career as a primary or a secondary career.
Wow, so lots of benefits to choosing that type of career.
Very much so. Very much so.
The cruise line part, that sounded good to me.
Oh, yeah.
So what kind of person makes a good massage therapist?
A person who would make an excellent massage therapist is someone who likes working with people, communicating with people, social, have a caring attitude, wants to be in a health-oriented field because massage therapy is looked upon as an allied health profession. But they may not want to go to a 4-year, 8-year, 12-year program. And in basically a year, you can have a great education and start your career. And what is so neat about Blue Sky is the state requires 600 hours of training. At Blue Sky, you get over 859 hours of training, and we bring in instructors from all over the country who are top-notch in their specialty areas of massage therapy. So massage therapy is just not relaxation. It's cancer and AIDS work. It is neuromuscular therapy, sports, prenatal, animal massage. So it's very wide and vast now.
So Blue Sky sounds like it has a lot to offer in terms of breadth just from across the country, bringing in those different folks. So what are the qualifications necessary to become a massage therapist?
To become a massage therapist, you want to make sure the school that you choose is long-standing. Blue Sky has been around since 1985. We've had our nonprofit since 1988, which means we have no owners or shareholders. We're ran by a board of directors. I have been in the field since 1978, so probably longer than you've been around. And we have the longevity. And that is one thing people need to know right now. As an informed consumer, they need to do their research, because unfortunately there has been a number of colleges and universities, privately owned, that have gone out of business. And Blue Sky has been here. And then the other neat thing about Blue Sky, since we are accredited and nationally recognized, folks can get federal financial aid. For those who qualify, they can get Pell Grants and Stanford loans, just like at a state university or private colleges and such. Plus, we have other type of financing available, which is pretty neat for folks. So if this is a desire, if it's a passion, if it's something they want to look into, now is the time to do it, because it's a very much up and coming field. Classes will be starting within a couple of weeks, and they can have financing options. We can help them out in this day of age of tough economic times still.
So if this is something someone wants to do, don't let that financial concern get in the way. There's help in that area.
Yes, most definitely. The best thing for them to do is to call us. We will work with them. And our classes are small compared to university type settings. You're not a number, you're a person. We care. We work with each individual person, even if they have learning disabilities issues, if they have to take their tests orally to start with. We will do whatever it takes to help a person be successful, as long as they want to also be successful. They still have to put the work in.
So they have to put the work in, they have to have the passion.
Most definitely.
You mentioned that classes are starting. We only have just a little bit of time left. So classes are starting September 19th.
Correct.
So someone's got to kind of get on the ball if they want to.
Immediately,
Okay.
and we will work with them
Okay.
to get them there. It's fun. It is a profession that every day is interesting, and you might as well enjoy what you do.
If this sounds interesting to you, you'd like to learn more about a career in massage therapy, check out the Blue Sky School of Massage. Classes are starting soon. Thanks for watching Talk of the Town. Please join us next time.